I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face? In my face, in my face, in my face, in my face. That's how I'm still gonna keep the torch. Show you little piece, wanna see some more?
I said, okay, okay, loser. We go way, way back. I won't say, okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout. Get your hand up at the cooler. She was in my seat. I had to scoot her.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback. First snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Back to the well again. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. He's on the move. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Another one for Gibbs. And he's brought down after getting this up across the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They give to Gibbs on the option. 1st down and a lot more, past the 30. And he's going to get this to the 39-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
We're working a couple of yards past the line. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Again, it's Gibbs. And he drives it up past the 45. Got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the 1st.
That is an old-school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a 1st down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a 1st down from the 30. Motion man sent left. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to get this down to the 13. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the 1st defender. Heck, not even by the 2nd one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. It's a solid pickup of 9 yards, and that brings us to the end of our first quarter. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. A give to Gibbs. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Lions get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
It is cut left side. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from the 41. Plowing up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 43. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Whew, close call there. Well, they're going to face 4th down now, Brock, but hey, could be a whole lot worse. Very nearly a turnover there until that sideline saved him.
Yeah, even if this drive is coming to an end, they'll get to do so now, Kate, on their own terms. Get that punter out there and hopefully give their defense a much better field position to defend from.
They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the 1st. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Offense in the hurry up here. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Buying some time right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Flush down now to his left. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. It's a 38-yard look here. The kick by McLaughlin is good. This defensive battle has reached the 2-minute warning. It's the Vikings ready to field this kick. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
On first down, it's Gibbs. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 10. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grow their lead just before halftime. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
On the board, fellas.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's trying to push the field. That's grabbed inside the 30. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Running in the red zone. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. That one's complete, right side. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a one-score game before halftime. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 4. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the final play of our first half. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing his lands. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Lance. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He's got this at the 27. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And it's going to be Vikings football. 1st down, ball at the 36. Here's a give up the middle. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, McCarthy has the connection to Hawkinson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A nice game. As it brings up a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Back-to-back carries here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice gain. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. So they're left facing 3rd and long. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Now we're on the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Headed out right. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Rolling left, buying some time. And he finds it in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grab the lead on their first series of the half. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings push their lead to 3. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's Gibbs on the carry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Another one for Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Working quickly here. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's Lions football. Their season down to its final quarter if they can't erase this deficit. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. A give left side for Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Third and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Petrie. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Defense getting in on the fun run with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here comes Williams on the return. And look at this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Getting right back to it after that interception. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it. No connection to be made.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They go play action here. He puts some power on a deep one left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
They're going to throw it on third and long. Pass complete to Gibbs. This gets the first and more. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They motion the tight end over. Here's Lance now. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Motioning Williams left. Here's second and 14. This is complete to Gibbs. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing off the play fake here. into the hands of Gibbs.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls him back within one score here in the fourth.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the three, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Simple dive up the middle. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's McCarthy to throw. Getting out to his left. He did it! He made the interception! And the Lions have some new life in the fourth. Worked through his progression, nobody available. And by the time he checked it down to the back, ooh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock. But defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball and holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
This is Gibbs on second down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, but the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. Third down coming. They get to Gibbs on the option. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going to the ground again on first. Across the 20, continuing to work. Dodges the tackle, and he's in. Touchdown. The Lions come through to tie it in the fourth. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. And he comes through on the kick to give him the lead here in the fourth quarter. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings down by only 1. Second down now, 7 to go. They send the tight end in motion. He's got him, that's Addison. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Third down, 1 yard to go. Motioning the tight end left. Throwing now. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it up 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. To throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Gibbs now from the gun. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down at the 39-yard line. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And they bring him down around the 34. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. Got all of it, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely, probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. Big gain downfield. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks and that...
And he's got it! He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left! Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. They cashed in where it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings push their lead to 3. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Has this at the 6. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Lions get